What's good, people, and welcome to a brand new episode of Too Many Games and Not Enough Time, the podcast where I get to speak to incredible gamers across the globe. I'm your host with the most, the one and only Mr. Midas. Thank you for all of the love. This is season 4. I still can't believe we're on 4 seasons of Too Many Games. The thing that actually started my YouTube, and you lot have been riding with me from the jump, so I appreciate it. And even if you're a newbie, I appreciate you too. But forget all of that. What's important is the person that I'm appreciating right now, because we have a chair spinning, tatted up, body painted content creator with the calmest voice in the game. Phianixx TV, welcome to Too Many Games and Not Enough Time. How are you today?
Hi, I'm all right. I was going to do a chair spin and I realised I was not set up for a chair spin because you've probably seen my bloopers, but that doesn't always go too well. But it's good to be here.
It's absolutely fine that you're not proper set up for a chair spin because there was VO over you anyway, so no one would have even seen you. There would have been video clips of you anyway.
Oh, the talents would be wasted.
Come on, I would have made sure a chair spin was up in there. So how are you? How are you today?
I'm good. I'm feeling really productive lately, which is a massive change on last year. So that's good. Yeah.
That's amazing. So what's really interesting? Do you know what? I keep on saying I'm going to stop saying what's really interesting. I'm not going to say what's really interesting. I'm going to say one thing that I really liked is we've known each other for a few years in the gaming industry, like highs and goodbyes, and we've never really had any proper chats. It's always been like, how are you or something. And then we found out we was both going to be at a gaming event in Sweden.
Yeah.
For a Ubisoft game, and that was the first time we actually sat down and had a proper conversation and really kind of felt each other out and what the content is and stuff like that. And when I meet people, I like to consume their content and kind of see where they're at. And we had like a really dope conversation about where you want to get in your content journey and what you want to do. And at that time, you was kind of struggling to find yourself at a place where you're able to be really productive, and we had the dope convo. And now you are banging out content like nothing. I see you spinning chairs all the time, talking to gamers. Like, how's it feeling to really be feeling like you're in your flow right now?
God, well, dizzy is one of them. But like, I can't tell you how much better it feels. Like, going from this massive slump. Last year was full of really bad news and just really couldn't get past certain days. Just the more I was missing out on working and creating content, the more I was just feeling like a failure, and I kind of fell out of love with what really got me started, which, you know, the community has kept me going essentially every time. But it's a struggle, like trying to find my thing. Like you were saying, like this chair spinning thing is not something I've been doing for the last 5 years of making content. I've been on Twitch for 5 years, but I just thought, like, what do I have to offer? What is different about me? And for ages I was like, I don't know. I'm like chaotic. I've got ADHD, but like hasn't a lot of people. Lots of people in my community, the people that have been there particularly the longest, always say that I'm really genuine. I'm quite down to earth. I've like shared my lowest of the lows, and I've shared my highest of the highs. Like I have nothing to hide, and I don't want to hide anything. I don't want to be one of those content creators, which, no shade to anyone, but like I can't just be happy all the time.
Yeah,
and I want.
Well, you're very much an open book with your community, and like I've jumped on your stream before, and you're not even playing a game. You're just being like, you know what, I was feeling a bit rubbish today, and I just want to talk with you lot and see how everyone's vibing.
Just chatting, and so many people can relate, and they like that. And so I thought, well, that's a nice thing. So with my content now, and I'm doing a lot of like shorts and stuff for TikTok, I'm trying to do like, you know, I want to share like knowledge with people. Let's do a little spin around. But like I want to do it as like I'm a friend telling you. I've not like been offered this deal by someone to go, right, promote our stuff, but like you have to read exactly this and you sound like a robot. Like I don't obviously I'm happy to promote for companies, but I
Yeah.
want to do it in the most like genuine way.
It's got to just
And
be
it's
honest to who you are, and you,
yeah,
because you're so honest to your community, that content has to be honest to them too. You don't want to
yeah.
be trying to sell them something that you honestly don't love yourself, like your dope chair right
My
there.
chair
That,
oh my god, I'm still like over the moon with this chair. I got this
that you're loving.
like
Shout
3
out,
months ago.
shout out overclockers. You get me?
Yeah,
Alright,
overclockers, Thunder X3.
let's Phoenix, let's talk some games.
Yes.
I want to know, what is a game that you remember from little Phianixx, when you was little, when you messed up the spelling of Phianixx and you thought you'd spell it any way you wanted to.
I hate that I've done that sometimes, but I've got this neon sign. I can't go back on it now, can I?
No, I love it. What's a game from when you was younger that stands out to you, that meant something to you? Doesn't have to be your favorite game, just something that's really important to you.
Yeah, gaming. I got into gaming because we were quite poor when we were younger, but my mum got us a Nintendo, the original NES, back in the 90s. I was born in the 80s, and yeah, in the 90s, my mum and my two sisters. I've got a twin sister and a younger sister. 4 of us would share goes on the NES. The first game we had was like the 3 Mario Brothers games, so 1, 2, and 3. We played 1 a lot, and we played 3 a lot. So I can remember in the early days, like my mum was a literal sweat. Like she would sit with a tea towel on her lap, and we'd be like, "Can I go? Can I go?" She'd be like, "No, I'm first. I'm doing this." Like, blah, blah, blah. And her hands would be sweating so much that she would have to like wipe her hands with the tea towel every now and then.
Funny.
And I have like really fond memories because that like brought us together as a family. And you know, we didn't always like sharing, but you know, we were able to do that, and we were quite grateful for something that we could do together.
It's funny, a lot of people don't even realize the pain of having to share a game or a console with like friends or siblings or cousins, and it meant that if you're not playing something like Street Fighter or something, you basically have a goal, and then when you die, the next person comes in. So like, even if you weren't that good, you had to start getting good, because if you didn't get good, it meant your goal in the game was only a few seconds.
You didn't get along. Exactly. So I've got a really special place in my heart for like a load of the old Nintendo games, but then I've tried most consoles. I do.
I know you loved Sonic one, because you had Sonic, Mario. I remember you used to go to your friends and you used to just rinse out Sonic. You used to be like, let me play.
I used to play it as long as I could, because I knew that I'd go home, we wouldn't have it. And GoldenEye as well. Like my friend had an N64, and I was like, this game, what is this game? I'd be screaming about like seeing like what's around the corner.
I loved GoldenEye. GoldenEye was incredible.
Yeah,
that was GoldenEye was like the first time that I proper loved the shooter, because I've always been like RPGs and action adventures. That's more my kind of thing. But GoldenEye was the first time I was like, oh my days, this shooter is incredible.
I never knew that I wouldn't put myself down as a shooter person, but I've played a lot of FPS games, and you know, they're fun. But depending on the game, like you can have real good fun no matter what the genre is. ADHD as well. I like everything really.
You're just like, give me it all, give me
everything.
All.
Just not enough time for it.
No, too many games, not enough time, Phianixx. Too many games, not enough time. All right, cool. So, you've decided to become a streamer and have content as part of your journey and stuff like that. And one of the things that I find really interesting, like I randomly started streaming like a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I thought you were streaming like long ago. When I used to see at events and stuff, I thought I knew you did like presenting and stuff, but I thought you already did that. But then I remember like you weren't on Twitch, you had YouTube and stuff.
So I've never so streaming's really new to me. And one of the things that I discovered is games that are dope for streaming are not necessarily games that are the best for you to kind of play on your own. So what's some of the games that because I know you play some intricate and some random ass games on stream. So what's some of the games that you enjoy to stream with your community?
So recently Lethal Company has been one that everyone's talking about. It is you land on a moon and you have to go find loot.
What's it called?
Lethal Company.
Oh, Lethal Company. Yeah.
There's been so many clips that people are sharing. It's just like crazy. You got to like make it out alive every day, and you've got to like avoid crazy scary monsters or spiders and stuff like that. It's like basic graphics, but it's so much fun to play with other people. Very chaotic. There's also party animals, which is a really good one. Just dumb looking animals trying to fight each other, be the last man standing, depending what you're playing. And one that I haven't played in a while, Overcooked 2. I feel like it's an underrated game. I think everyone should play it. Stress, but yeah.
Phianixx, do you know I am the king of Overcooked?
Are you?
Like
we should collab sometime.
Overcooked. I love Overcooked. Overcooked all you can eat. I've got almost 4 stars in every level.
Ah, yes. Yeah. I did that with some friends during lockdown.
Yeah, I'm like Gordon Ramsay in that. Like, I'm shouting out orders. I'm head chef. Like this is what needs to be doing. So yeah,
I love that.
Overcooked is such a special game. I really, really love Overcooked.
You have to run a tight ship with that one. You have to run. Go on.
And Gang Beasts is something. The first time I played it was at EGX, and I was like, this is really gonna pop on stream. I think people are really gonna get into this.
I like that. That's what Party Animals has got a Gang Beast feel. I felt because I used to play Gang Beast as well. That's definitely fun. Yeah.
So what are some of the games that you like to enjoy for yourself? Because one of the things that I found not difficult, but one of the things that really a lot of people who just watch content and don't create it find that there's a divide between the games that you are just playing for yourself and the games that you are playing for content. So for example, me, I like to do a lot of previews so I can play, say, I don't know, 15 to 20 hours of the game just to make content, and then after that I can just enjoy the game for myself and don't have to always be thinking, oh, I can't play this now until I'm streaming. What's a game that you love to play just for you?
God, it's a tough one, because I'd love to share. One of the reasons I got into streaming was to share that experience with people, like, for the first time. But I've been obsessed with games that make me cry lately. And sometimes I like to stream that, but I've realised that I find nice time to myself offline. So there's one that I've been playing lately, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. I'm only halfway through it, but it's quite a short game. I like stuff like that, like things that I can get done quickly that have like emotion to it and story. I love playing story games. On stream, it can be harder to like concentrate on what's going on because I've got ADHD as well. My brain is like going a million times an hour, and you try and concentrate on something, but you also want to make sure that the community are enjoying it. If people are setting off alerts, that's totally fine. That's what they're there for. But you also like don't want to like get distracted from like a cutscene or something like that. So obviously, like, practically story games are probably better offline, but I go against that grain anyway, and I kind of want to share that with the community. For instance, Red Dead 2 has quickly become like one of my favourite games ever, and I only played it in the last year. I've actually, there's a last scene that I haven't played through because I don't want it to end, but that game I could play definitely again.
Well, firstly, I was cracking up because you did a tweet thread about, can people send me games that's gonna make me cry? I'm like, why are you want more pain? Yeah, like, why are you just trying to get more pain in your system? So when I saw that cracked me up.
I remember you laughing at that as well.
Yeah, that I was proper busting up. But yeah, Senna's Hellblade is such a dope piece of content. Not even just a game, it's a dope piece of content because I feel like it takes you. Stuff. Yeah, I feel like it takes you on a journey. I feel like it takes you on an emotional journey, and not an emotional journey like The Last of Us does, just an emotional journey to kind of understand what's going on inside some people's heads and really be able to see like the fight
and the struggle that some people are experiencing. And I feel like that, like you saying, like putting the headphones in and hearing the different sounds and the echoes and people talking in your head is such a incredibly designed game. And I feel like sometimes that's one of the things that I love about the video game medium. Like nobody can make you feel that by watching a movie or reading a book. Like you had to be feeling like you were that character to actually get that experience. So that really, really works. And I completely agree about the that's why I specifically asked you like what games you like to stream, because story games are my favorite. Like I love to be lost in a narrative, but when I'm streaming, obviously I'm entertaining and I'm talking to the community and we're building our rapport, and it's a bit hard to actually pay 100% attention to what's happening in that story and make anybody new feel like they're welcoming. And because the thing with a stream is people are jumping in and out, so catching someone up to date who's just jumped in but still keeping whoever's been on there from the beginning. So it's a hard it's a hard one to kind of juggle both, and that's what I like, that you're actually able to do this. Question, have you played the first Red Dead?
No, I haven't. But it's led me to want to play that next because of reasons.
Because the way Red Dead 2 ends is linked up with the first one. And the way the end of Red Dead 2 hit me hard. And Red Dead's such a weird game because I found at first I didn't like it. I was like, this game is so slow. Like, what is going on?
Do you know what? I experienced that too. Like years ago, I started it on stream, and I was like, "Oh, this is too overwhelming. Like, it's gonna take me like 100 hours to complete it. I'm like, it's too many games, not enough time, right? How am I supposed to concentrate on this one game, when I want to play 5 new ones, and then once I'm halfway through them, start something else?" But it's like probably you found it's worth the perseverance.
It's definitely worth the perseverance. And do you know what made me actually realize was, I was like, Rockstar geniuses. Like, I'm a cowboy. Like, they want me to take my time. Like, this is not GTA. Like, they're like, all right, your wheel's broken on your wagon. You got to pick up the wheel. You got to roll the wheel over. You got to screw it in. Like, you got to slow down. And as soon as I slowed down and played the game at the game's pace, I was like, this is incredible. Like, they're super smart and they know exactly what they're doing. And I was like, yeah, that's why you lot are the GOATs. All right. We started off the chat talking about you being able to get more content out and being feeling like you're much more on top of your game and being able to really get the content out that reflects to you. And I want to know just quickly, because obviously we're a short form podcast, so we don't have that much time left. But what would you suggest? What would you say are the things that you've been able to implement to be able to, one, identify who you are and kind of get that out to your audience, and things that you do, small techniques that you do that make it easier for you to stay on top of what you need to create?
So with ADHD, it's really tough sometimes. You sometimes have to be changing the way you do things, and I find that I have something that works for a short period of time and then it doesn't after a while. Or like routine, if I say I've got to do this by 9 and I'm like closer to 10 before I'm ready to start, I've already failed in my eyes. But a wise Mr. Midas once told me that you can look at it differently. You can reframe how you do things. If you set up goals that you want to hit, don't worry about the times. Maybe figure out in a week how you're going to achieve them, what's priority, what you could do by the end of the week, what you would like to do first thing. So thanks to you, I have this thing every Sunday where I plan what I most need to do for the week. Sometimes it's not realistic, it's work in progress, and I'm not perfect. Like, everything I'm doing it can always be improved. But I found that has me way more organized in terms of like my strategy. People are always talking about like, if you want to be serious in this, you got to have a strategy. And ages I've just been winging it, just like, oh, I'll just be silly and do whatever. But there's so many things that I'm trying to bring to the table that followers are like confused. So I realized that as well, and I'm trying to do like my gaming. Phianixx TV is all about gaming. I have got a separate thing that I'm doing, like ADHD with Phianixx TV, that focuses more on the ADHD, so that I'm not losing that for me. So I'm still enjoying creating stuff for that, but I'm not getting like, I'm not overloading myself, but I'm also not hiding part of me that I want to share with people. Then we've also got one of our community members, Mia, decided that we could have a productivity buddies channel in the Discord. And
I love that.
there's a few of us in there that we kind of encourage each other to do it, or like someone will post in there, I'll be like, yep, I need to like have my checklist of things that I would love to do today. Don't always get it ticked off again, but like I do small goals, little things I can do, like get out of bed. If I've ticked that, I'm like, right, lads, we've ticked something. Dopamine's hitting. What are we doing next? We're gonna have a shower. Yep, done. Give me more tasks. So when you realise, like, even sometimes I would just do like what I have done. So as I'm going through, I'll just add to it. And then I see I've got all these ticks throughout the day, and I'm like, mate, days where I would be doing stuff like that last year, I'd be like, oh, I'm so useless, I haven't done anything. I get into my head about, oh man, haven't done any content, haven't been able to stream today. We might as well just quit, kind of thing. But actually, even the basics, like you have to eat, drink, and sleep to survive. That's hard enough, right? That's already 3 things that you've got to do in the day. So it's massively helped me. Like those 2 things, just having a bit more of an idea has been, it is an incredible difference. Then I was just trying out, making sure I have 5 pieces of content for the week for TikToks, like Monday to Friday, have something. And I guess it's just developed. I wanted to have something that I can do I'm not going to run out of. So like games aren't going to stop coming out, hopefully.
Yeah.
And also like my recommendations for things, what's going on in the news of gaming world, all that is kind of like, I can always create stuff around those things. So then I just, one day I was like, how about we just add a spin in the chair? Like I want to bring the chaotic person that I am as well. And so that just, it's just a thing that I'm glad I finally found it, but it took a long time to work out like what might catch people's eyes. So yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the spin, I said to you, like, that spin, that's so sick. It just makes sense. It reminds me of like old school news reporting. But nice dope. I feel like when I met you and I checked out all of your content and checked what you did, I feel like you had the formula of everything that you needed to do. I feel like all you really needed to do is get out your own head. And super proud of seeing like how much content you've been putting out. Super proud to seeing you doing different branding deals. Really proud of seeing the progress of what's coming up. And in the small space time we've been speaking, like everything hasn't been perfect. You've still been had life issues going on behind the scene, which is what happens.
Grief.
But even with that, you've still been able to say, all right, this is what I can achieve for the time that I've got. This is what I can do. And in, like I said, in the small time frame that we've been talking, I can see the growth and the effort. So I just wanted to shout you out on that and say you're doing a great job and keep it up. But
thank you.
Phianixx, we've run out of time. We're only a short form podcast. If people are feeling the vibe, they want to see more chairs spinning, they want to see what crazy games you're going to be playing on Twitch, where can they find you?
Phianixx TV. It's there. It's spelt weird because I just thought it was funny one time and now it's stuck, even though I hate bad spelling. But it's at Phianixx TV, PhianixX TV, on all platforms.
On all of the platforms.
Yep. Twitch, YouTube, TikTok and Twitter and Instagram.
And everywhere you need to be. So if you're feeling Phianixx TV, make sure you go give her a follow. I've been Mr. Midas. She's been Phianixx TV with the spin. You are the MVPs. Make sure you give us a like, a thumbs up. We need it, and hit that subscribe. We out of here. Peace. Bye.